So Tiffany,
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish.
Yes, Kevin Nealon.
Don't ever use the N-word like that, Nealon. Who's the biggest celebrity that you would like to meet?
That I would like to meet?
Yeah.
That's alive?
You don't want to meet somebody dead, because that's... So, yeah, somebody alive right now.
Somebody alive that I can meet right now? And meet, like, what do you mean by meet? Like, just
all
meet,
right,
like,
sleep with.
Or
Sleep
meet,
with.
like, oh, you gonna help my career, mother? Let me suck your yes, Uma Thurman, I will suck your Uma.
I know you very well, and I just met you. I know that you are very shy.
I am.
And this is just a side of you that's like an act.
Yeah, whenever I get a microphone in my hand, anything in my hand,
Anything.
I get ambitious.
You are in this
on
business for the right reasons. You know exactly what.
I'm in it to make an empire.
You're in it to win it.
To empire.
Oprah Pyre. Oprah.
Haddish pyre.
How did Oprah become so successful? Is she a role model for you?
She is.
Because you are following in her footsteps.
I am, ain't I?
Because you are what?
I'm talking to the people.
Look at how you connect with all these white folks.
Yeah. I know how to cross the color lines. That's from living with all them white people when I was in foster care. They taught me well. But for serious though, the one celebrity that I would really, really like to meet, and just like get to pick their brain is Oprah. Because I want to know
I've
how
got a
she made that
surprise for
money.
you.
What?
I got a surprise for you.
Don't tell me.
Stedman, come on down, buddy. No, yeah, because you want to know how that happened. I don't think she knows how it happened.
She knows how it happened.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it all happened over a table with some blow on it and 3 white men.
Oh, let's go on that one. Let's give Tiffany Haddish a nice hand. Thank you, baby. I was on before Spade and Sandler and Farley and Rock. And these guys all kind of came on like pretty much together, right?
Yeah.
Sort of. And they all had an office like on the other side of 30 Rock, like from our offices. And I'm telling you, it was like, when I would go over there, it was like visiting my teenage sons, There were like crap everywhere on the floor, Playboy magazines. Yeah. They're talking about who scored the night before. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
What's your favorite sketch you did on SNL?
I'd say motivational speaker with Farley was that.
The man down by the river.
Good.
Chris Farley looked up to you like a big brother, didn't he?
We did have a marriage type of relationship.
But you love teasing him.
Yeah,
you love to tease him.
He was easy pickings. It was really fun.
You never like broke character except with him.
Yeah, the first time I laughed because since Saturday Night Live, Jimmy Fallon laughed a lot and Horatio, those guys laughed.
Yeah.
I think they relaxed the policy. But back then, Lauren was like, if you laugh, you're out of here. We don't put up with that. It's not the Carol Burnett show.
Yeah.
So for me to laugh in that Farley sketch, which was a big deal for him to do it, was hard not to. He was really funny.
I know. I mean, he came on Weekend Update once when I was there, and
when you did this
cable
guy too.
Yeah, he had the cable hooked
and
to
the
him.
cable
He was going
got
to fly
hooked.
out over the audience, and they hoisted him up, and he swung back, and he got caught on the Weekend Update lettering, and he couldn't get off.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah, that was so funny. And you unhooked him, and he got to go.
That's
he
right.
goes, Kevin, I am away from.
But now, so you go out to eat,
Yeah.
and are you a big tipper?
Am I a
Because
big
people
tipper?
recognize you?
I do have to tip more, yeah, because I don't want to get a bad rap. It's not because I love tipping a lot. It's because I know they're going to...
You're worried about your reputation.
Yeah, they're going to rag.
You don't want to look cheap.
I tell you, here's what I do. When I go to Arby's, I usually throw it on 100. And I go, you got this, dude. Throw
What do
me
you
some
tip
horsey
the
sauce.
baggage guy at the hotel? And I'll tell you what I tip my guy.
I'd probably give him a 20 when he comes to the room. 20. Is that too high or too low? I give him 20 yen, though. I go, you figure it out. That's a lot.
All right, I'm tipping too much.
Are you?
Yeah.
You give him a Hunsky?
No, $21.
Kevin!
21.
You know that guy's going, Kevin Nealon was here. He took care of me.
You and I
Comics.
do a lot of Sandler films.
Yeah.
You were in Grown Ups
Yes,
1
sir.
and Grown Ups 2.
3, 4, and 5.
Is it true that Sandler gave each of you guys a Maserati?
Oh, yeah. You know what? That sounded like a fun idea, but I've taken so much shit for it. He gave us all Maserati and...
One car for all of you.
Yeah. Hey, Chris Rock called me and he goes, have you looked in your driveway? And I go, no. And he goes, go out front and call me. So I go out front and there's a beep, beep. They're putting a car in my driveway and I go, what's happening? They go, Adam Sandler. I go, oh, is this his car? I'm supposed to watch it? And they go, yeah, it's for you. I go, okay. And then I call Rock and I go, I'm keeping Adam's car here for some reason. He goes, no, that's for you. We all got one. I was like, what? And then he goes, mine's an Accord. What'd you get? I go, oh, yeah, I got a Jetta. It's cool.
David Spade, ladies and gentlemen.
You're not paying any attention here, are you? You don't really give a what I'm saying, do you, Kevin?
I really don't. I want to hear about Sinatra.
Okay. Opening for Frank Sinatra was unlike anything that...
Which one had the glass eye?
I think it was Jilly Rizzo had the glass eye. Frank Sinatra's bodyguard had a glass eye. Sammy Davis Jr. had a glass eye. Every Christmas, Frank Sinatra would buy a set of binoculars, saw them in half, send one to Sammy and one to Jilly.
And did you see a side of Frank Sinatra that surprised you?
Yeah. Something that really stunned me is...
Don't tell me he was with a guy.
Yeah. He was banging Jilly Rizzo. No.
And that's how he got the glass eye.
He was very much...
But what about when he got older, too? I mean, did you see a big change? Because I know he was starting to forget the lyrics. And
Yeah. At age 78, we were all wondering, when is he going to lay it down? When is he going to quit? He would have hit and miss nights, but crowds loved him. They couldn't get enough of him. And they were really coming to say goodbye to him. And every city we went to, they were coming to say goodbye, his loyal fans. And one night in the Mark Auditorium, there's like 20,000 people in the arena, and I did my show, and it was a good audience and everything. He went out, he did 3 songs, he was rolling. He got to the 4th song, and he totally blanked on the lyrics. And the orchestra was down in the pit, and they kept playing, not knowing that he was lost. And he started whispering into the microphone, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Now, when I saw that happen, I went, oh, this is it. We were always wondering, when is he going to lay it down? But this is the night. He's whispering to the orchestra, started to realize that he wasn't with them, and they started to wind their instruments down one at a time to an eerie silence in this huge arena. And now he's whispering, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. By that time, I was stage left, and I thought, okay, this is it. He's going to come off stage, and I'm going to say, let's go home, Mr. S. It's been a great career, but it's time to go home. And he turned around, and there was dead silence, and he had tears in his eyes, and he looked like he was going to come and lay the microphone down, and a guy way up on top of the audience stood up by himself, and he hollered out, that's all right, Frank. It's all right. We love you, Frank. It's all right, because we love you. And he started to applaud. And the guy next to him started applauding. A couple of them, pretty soon...
I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. Keep going.
Hundreds of people started applauding, thousands, and pretty soon the whole arena was cheering and cheering. He got to the edge of the stage, and I thought he was going to go home. And he turned around, and he went back to center stage, and they wouldn't stop cheering. And finally, they calmed down, and he went into the next number, which was Mac the Knife. And he absolutely drilled that song. He hit every nuance and every lyric. He was like he was 19 years old again. Now, when he finished that song, the people wouldn't stop cheering. And he was ready to go into the next number when he quieted him down, and he started to sing, and he stopped, and he pointed up to the guy, and he said, I love you too, pal. And he sang for 2 years after that.
Wow.
2 years. That guy doesn't know. That fan brought him from the ashes that night.
So no more Jackass for you, right?
I still have it in me.
Still a Jackass.
Yeah, but at the moment, no. Like we're not doing Jackass in the traditional sense. There is some other Jackass sort of related project, but it's something else, man. So yeah, the answer is not really no.
How do they insure a movie like that?
That's a good question. You know, the first one, it was just, the movie didn't exist until we got done. They shuttled the money like untraceably to it. They're like, okay, go ahead and make that shit, and then once we find out nobody died, then we'll like buy it, like, you know. And that was how it worked. But then later on, I'm not sure. I don't understand. I think that, yeah, it's some mob shit. I don't know.
So your niece is how old?
11.
11. Does she have any other uncles?
She doesn't, no. It's just
boy, that's a
me
lot
and
of
my
pressure.
sister are the two. Yeah, I know.
Just you and your sister are the uncles.
Right.
But I'm the same way, man. When somebody sends me one of those things to forward this to 10 people, I said, that's not going to happen.
I know. Well, the thing
I'm not
is,
superstitious.
yeah?
No.
Are you homophobic?
No? Why?
Well, because like to me, I just had like this little parallel, like saying, like for me to say I'm not superstitious, but if you tell me something bad's gonna happen, I'll believe you. Is the same thing as saying I'm not homophobic, but I'm terrified of faggots, which is a bad thing to say.
So,
which is why I said it hypothetically in the third person, you know.
so you would never walk under a ladder?
Well, I didn't even know about that one, man. Walking, I honestly didn't know. I balance ladders on my face and stuff. Now I'm like gonna be scared to do that.
Would you walk under a ladder that had a gay guy on it? So have you ever had a tattoo removed?
I've done some cover-up action.
Oh,
This could be dangerous territory because like this seems like a pretty conservative crowd, but. At one point, like I had a friend, right, and we were talking about how neither of us would ever want to have kids, and we were like, oh yeah, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a tattoo of a baby with the circle and the slash going through, like no kids, which would have been really funny. But then the more we drank, it turned into, oh, maybe I'll get a tattoo that says like fuck babies. But then the thing was that I was like looking at I'm like, I'm kind of word heavy already. There's a lot of writing going on.
Well, you like to read.
Right. Right. I got all the words tattooed on me already, so what I did is I wound up getting a tattoo of a guy fucking a baby. And as soon as I walked out of the tattoo parlor, I realized I'd crossed the line, you know? Because the first people I showed it to on the sidewalk, they were all excited to see me. They were like, no way, Steve-O. And I said, look at my new tattoo, and the look of horror on their face, it just told me that I crossed the line. So I went back and I blobbed over the baby, turned it into a blob, and then I turned it into an ostrich.
Nice.
Now you know when the cover-up is a guy fucking an ostrich, you know that was a bad tattoo, man.
Steve-O, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Steve-O.